Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the George.Daniel podcast. I am your host, George.Daniel. And today it's an old school solo episode, everyone. We're going back old school. It's a holiday week, so everyone's busy. Everyone's doing their thing. I promise that Ashley is going to be back next week, and then we're going to have a special guest, hopefully. Sick. But yeah, also before we begin, I do want to give a shout out to www.liquiddeath.com. You guys can go over there, go get your guys' little care package, order up your flavored seltzer water. I'm mixing it right now with a little bit of Terramana. Shout out to Rock. But you know, we out here. We're celebrating. It is technically Thanksgiving week, but also it's technically my birthday week also.
That's right.
Dude, 27. 27.
Oh my god,
dude! What advice would you give your 27-year-old self?
Just slow the fuck down, probably a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, 27-year-old me was kind of going hard. A lot of fucking partying, a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking. Just
yeah. I think like 26 was that year that I kind of like went off the rails a little bit. Or went on the rails. Depends on how
you're ahead of the game then.
Yeah, so like I don't know, like we were talking earlier. I had a day off on Monday, and I just decided to like do like some shrooms, you know. And I was like, I'm gonna have a day by myself and just like watch old school anime stuff. So I watched Spirited Away. I watched Howl's Moving Castle.
You're on shrooms?
While I was on shrooms, yeah.
Bruh.
Like HBO has all these, all of them.
That's
so
right.
I was just like, I had a little like marathon by myself. But then I watched Akira. You know, so like I was just watching all these old school ass like Japanese films, and like, dude, yeah, it was. But honestly, so much more needed than I thought, because I haven't tripped in maybe like a solid like 5 months. I want to say, which is kind of like weird for me, because I've been like more so of an advocate for like microdosing.
Yeah, but I remember a while back you were the first person to tell me that you were actually microdosing pretty often. I was like,
but
oh,
like
shit.
I think like earlier in the year I personally maybe took a stance and was like, I think I'm good, you know? And I was for like maybe like 3 months, you know, or whatever. But like most people, like it comes in waves.
Exactly.
So I took a dip, and then like I didn't think of maybe like tripping again, to kind of like, you know, restructure, rewire, you know, do all these things. But yeah, it like I was by myself. I didn't respond to anyone. I wasn't texting anyone. I wasn't doing anything. I just took a day for myself. Especially just because, like, you know, like it is the holiday season, but it's also like my birthday, and I didn't plan anything for my birthday necessarily.
It's a tough week.
Cause yeah, it's hard for everyone. My birthday's also on Sunday or whatever, and like whenever I do have a birthday, it's like, oh, let's just all kick it in the backyard. Just get fucked up, listen to music, you know, just kick it. So like I don't, the homies are gone too, you know, like Arjun's gone, like and like my coworkers are cool and they'll show up, but like they don't party like we do type shit, you know, like it's not the same. And yeah, it's just like I finally feel like, oh fuck, dude, I'm an adult now. Like,
that's exactly what it is, bro.
Like, I'm an adult now. I just need to, like, you know, like, I'll have my fun tomorrow or on Thanksgiving. I'll have fun at the show, going back to back with Edna's. I might go to, depending on, like, you know, the situation, I might end up going to, like, Give Thanks at Cal Palace.
Oh, yeah. I was talking to a customer about that.
Yeah, Christian's like, I got you on guest list if you want to go. And I was like, all right, well, you know,
sick, dude.
Like, I just need the only
this guy always on the guest list.
Like the only thing is just like I have work the next day, or I have work the next day, so it's just like I'd need to take my car.
Was it Saturday?
Yes, Saturday night. So and then Sunday, I work.
What
so
time?
I'm just not till the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I was supposed to originally open.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be.
I do also like. Why are you scheduling me on my birthday? What are we doing here? Like also like you know me. You know I'm gonna get like we're gonna have a good time.
Know.
You know, so I was just like, well, fuck it. Like instead of like just not getting the hours, I was like, I'll just switch with someone from the closing. And then hopefully get some sleep, you know. If not, like I'll be more aware. But yeah, so I might go to Cal Palace for give thanks, or you know, depending on like if there's like a little afters close by, you know, just stay out here. Like I honestly prefer to do that. Just because then I wouldn't have to like speed over here or speed back from like San Francisco or from Union
work.
City or whatever.
I don't know.
But yeah, we're gonna be doing that. And fucking yeah, I'm hoping that I posted a story or I posted a reel, and then I did a paid advertisement just for like, you know, just to see what's going on. I did it for 10 days, and it was $100, right?
Okay.
So, and we're gonna, by the time this is out, it's probably already past 10,000 views. But like I'm starting to realize like, dude, you like, it's not just doing the thing, but you have to also invest in yourself.
Yeah.
In the marketing aspect of everything.
Yeah.
You know, like it really did help with the post. It helped. I gained a bunch of followers.
The boost thing?
Yeah. And I think it's like, because I didn't put it as an event or anything, I did it to promote my profile. It just goes on people's stories. Oh, okay. So like while people were clicking on it, like my dumbass face pops up, you know. But yeah, it was really cool because people like reached out and they were like, oh dude, this video is actually not like it's not like the other people's like the Midway or Halcyon or like whatever. It doesn't look that way. It's from my fucking front camera type shit, you know. Like these are all just videos that people took, and like we made it work. And yeah, it was just, it's really sick to see like what works and what doesn't. And like before we started, I posted a video on TikTok like right before we posted, just to see like what the algorithm does. And then like at the end, like towards the end of the episode, I'm gonna check it and see like, okay, like at this time, like blah blah blah, this type of video did this, you know? Okay. Because
so it's kind of like you can kind of figure out that perfect posting time.
Yeah.
Cause it's hard.
Because one time I posted on YouTube at like 10:30. I posted a short or PM.
Oh, PM.
PM, like hella late, and I posted it, and it did so like significantly better than all the other ones. And I don't know if it was like the topics, the tags, or the hashtags of this or that, or the timing, or like, you know, if you post on Thursday at 10, everyone's usually at home, rather than Friday at 10 because everyone's usually out.
That's why.
You know, so it was just like
the holidays are big upload dates for people.
And then also like if you post that at 12 when everyone goes to lunch is a better hour than posting at 2 when everyone's at work or at school. 3 o'clock when all the high schoolers are out would be a good time to post. 3:30, you know, and just like things like that where you're like, fuck, you have to catch people at a certain time.
Yeah, that noon one's pretty good actually, because I'd be like getting on my phone, jumping right onto podcasts on YouTube in my car for 30 minutes. I'm like, oh shit, one just popped up right now. Let me watch it.
And that's why I try to post the actual episodes like at noon. Or if not earlier, if we can get it earlier, like even better, honestly, because then it no matter what, it is the first thing that's going to be popped up, you know, because it was like, oh well, this is a new content, whatever the fuck. And yeah, and like also like the Dude, I am so happy with how that thumbnail came out with
I
Alex.
forgot to. I was gonna message you
Dude,
right when I saw it. I was gonna be like, "Dope, best thumbnail yet,
dude.
It,
Literally, like
it pops. It like the way you layered it looks hella good.
and not just that, but like if when you're going onto his profile, it's a rectangle turned into a square, but the square is perfectly aligned, so like it's him. It looks like it looked like it could be a picture, and then when you click it, it's me and Ashley who pop up. You know?
Oh, that's hella funny.
Like,
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
dude,
about.
Dude, I literally was so I didn't even think about that aspect when I was making it.
Happy accidents.
Exactly. And then I looked at it, or once I tagged him as a collaborator or whatever, and then I went on his page, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh shit, like this is how we have to do all the guest ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like that format is perfect, because then then I don't feel weird doing the collaboration, because it's your face, it's your name, and it's not like it's me or Ashley just doing a weird face on your on your page. So I was like, damn, dude, that like I snap. I've never been so proud of like any flyer, anything, like anything that I've ever like edited. Like that one was so well done. Yeah, like I think like that's my favorite part about this is like even sometimes like you like watching you get excited about like a new trick that you figured out.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, dude, we've been learning, like this whole
dude.
year. Like if you look at our thumbnails in the beginning, they were kind of a little like dull, like, or like I was new to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I would much rather it be simple than annoying. At first, and that's why I was like, all right.
I thought they were pretty good for like someone who started, because you could see some people with their thumbnails are pretty bad, but I thought you at least had a pretty grasp on it. But like, now you can totally see it evolving, and I saw how it slowly. I was like, okay, I think he's slowly doing things, and then this was the first one that I saw. I was like, oh damn, this one like actually really stands out.
Yeah, this one was like, dude, and also like I was hella high when I was making it. I was making it at like maybe like 1, 2 in the morning or whatever.
That's hilarious, yeah.
And then like I forgot what I was watching. I think I was watching Teen Titans, right? And then for some weird reason, Teen Titans like struck the whole Cartoon Network thing, which brought in the Looney Tunes thing, and I was just like, oh well, this week's episode or last week's episode is going to be a Thanksgiving theme, so I want it to be orangey a little bit. So then like when I post it streamlines.
Yeah.
Right? So like and then and then I just started doing the Looney Tunes one, but I had to make it. Like I didn't want to use that actual background. But I had to make it, and like dude, it was just like weird how the mind works kind of shit,
It's pretty sick. It's kind of dope, dude.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
Definitely. I like that one the most. I feel like good format.
Yeah, it's kind of trippy. Like what we're doing, right? It's every week, right? The same with Dem 2. They have a weekly drops, so they have to constantly have covers, for all these songs. And what they do is that like it's black and white, but it's a like a 4 picture type deal to kind of like give you a feel for the song, which is really smart, because it's simple and it's easy for them, but also like as a consumer, it's you know exactly what you're gonna get, like Bad Friends or like Are You Garbage. Are You Garbage is so simple, so fucking simple, dude. It looks like what we were doing in the beginning, like our bad ideas. Our first ideas, not even bad ideas. Our first ideas, or like it's like what they're doing and making like hundreds of thousands of dollars on that shit. I know. Which is sick, which is awesome. But like when they're
Patreon, bro.
Yeah.
They make hella money off that Patreon.
That's what and I think at this point it would benefit us to just do it just to do it,
and then slowly figure out what kind of content.
Even if we just do 2 episodes. You know what I mean?
Just do a whole nother
or
episode.
we can even do something fun where like
and
instead
like
of
the vlogs,
because you know how we were talking about how like the channel should funnel in all of our content. What if the Patreon is actually the funnel to all of our content? So like she has
dope.
a podcast, I have a podcast, and you have a podcast. But the one with all three of us is the free one that we throw out every week. That would be kind of tight.
That would be sick, actually.
You know, because then it's not like we. It's not like one person.
For sure incentive too, because you're not getting that content anywhere else too. So
right.
It's like
and also it doesn't stress me, you, or her out in the sense of like we have to bust out not just the podcast but also another episode of whatever the fuck. Like we can just rotate it. Yeah, and we can just be real, like real because like dude, I want to talk about so much shit that happened this week, like, but I can't in the DJ community, but like we you know,
but if you pay for that shit,
you know what I mean? And it's just like, dude, there's so much shit going on and it's hilarious. And like honestly, nice. It's just like it's a lot. And but hopefully we'll have one of those two on the podcast soon. Because the other one did a podcast already and they already, you know, but neither here nor there. But yeah, dude, it's just weird. It's weird not having Ashley here, and talking about like future shit, right? Because I do want her. I think she wants to do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And like I think that's like, but like I think she wants to do, or I think what she needs is her thing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Because like, when you're being creative, I think having full control, I guess in some sense, like is best.
Yeah, you get your full inspiration.
Right. To kind of like dictate who, or like try to showcase who you are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I mean, outside of the editing, like this is, I mean, yes, I bounced ideas off with you, but like, it's just like I have this guest coming in. I got like, or like blah blah blah, or like we're gonna bring in Ashley. You know, like, and it wasn't like I didn't tell you like the Pedro was supposed to, like that was an audition. You know, and he low-key failed. No offense, dude. But like it was just like not like you're just too high, which is fine, and you're a good hang at home.
Yeah, that's the hard part about being a big stoner. It's like a lot of them just shut down.
Yeah. And it's not like he doesn't have stories, because a lot of my stories are his stories.
Yeah, no, he definitely has. Like, and then like once he got into it, he was into it. But there was like just you had to kind of force the stories out of him, almost kind of thing.
Yeah.
But co-host, it's nice when they bring something else to the table too. So that's why when Ashley came in and she had like topics and things she had already researched and like that immediate was just like, oh shit, like
yeah. And also just like having a female presence is
that too, necessary. Yeah. I know. Especially when we start getting wild. Yeah. You saw that what was it, homeboy that came?
Mota?
Mota.
Yeah. Dude, that shit was crazy. He wants to come back on, dude. Also, that one
it's doing good.
Out of nowhere hit 300.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. Wow, that's one of the top ones now. Yeah.
It was, dude, I literally was just going through it today, and I was just looking at like the past numbers and everything.
His audience is
getting, like, whoa, like,
getting wind.
Fuck? Yeah.
That's cool. Fuck.
Yeah, it was really cool. And also like I think I'm gonna start going back and maybe editing some thumbnails.
Yes.
And
I've seen people redo them, and then all of a sudden those videos start getting hits again because just the people think they're new videos.
Right. So I think I'm gonna do that for some of them. Also, I've been really bad at posting them on Spotify.
The episodes?
The episodes.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that. I put them on there because sometimes I'll forget, but I'm like, I wonder if he's putting them on there. I haven't even checked.
Yeah, dude, that's like the one thing that I kind of forget. Like
it's hard because that's something like after I do the upload, I'm all done, and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go upload the Spotify MP3 instead.
Because dude, like it I mean, sure, to the everyday person, it's like, oh, you're just uploading it and blah blah blah, and like yes, that is all it is, but like also you have to be like, oh, I have to put the links on the link tree. I have to then put a new photo in. I need to do this. I need to do that.
So much, bro. And that's what I thought too. I was just like, what do you mean? Just upload it. And I'm like, then I started doing it myself. I'm like, fuck. I have to, yeah, you get your end screens, tags, the way you're hashtagging, freaking, you gotta figure out your title, you gotta figure out your whole freaking little summary. Is it too long? Is it annoying? Is it too much? Yeah, like all these things you're overthinking. Then I gotta make the thumbnail, which is a big part of it, and then. Yeah, if you want to put chapters in it, it's like a whole other thing too. And then you got to go to social media and start doing the social media post for that video. It becomes this whole thing where it's just like, bro, this took me all day to upload, but everyone thinks just upload it. It's like, no, dog. It's like a whole process you have to go through. Yeah, and then I don't want to do all of it half the time, so then I half-ass it. And I'm like, I'll post Instagram another day. And it's like, fuck, I need to post it all on the same day.
Yeah.
Same time.
It's just like, it's a lot, but also like some days like I'm at work type shit, right? Dude. So like I have the post or like I have the video scheduled to post, but and then I'm like, oh fuck, well like okay, like I'm sure I'll find 3 minutes to like blah 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 to like post something, but then you have to realize like, oh, I have to think of a caption, tags. And then I have to tag the people and like all this other shit. And then I'm like, fuck. So I'm like typing and then I'm like, no, that shit's gay. Or that's not like, you know, like I'm like, no, that's too corny. I'm like, it's like in my like the first draft is always like so excited.
I know.
Like, you know, it's just like, dude, I feel so like it's just so. It's also like cringe. It's cringe to like do it yourself.
Sometimes to write it yourself. You're just like, in this episode, guys. Yeah, awesome guy, super funny. You're just like trying to hype yourself up.
With Alex, I was like, 4 tracks, 3 genres, 2 aliases. like,
but that's almost like comedic in a way. Like the way you like, kind of break it down that way. It's just like, showing all his credentials.
Like, it's just like, dude, like I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like. Because I don't know how people are reading it. Because I don't know how, like, people don't know me. They, like, see the podcast, maybe, like, 3 minutes of it, you know?
That's why it's, like, it's super tough what we're doing because we're not known like what we talked about. And then also, this is not, like, this podcast is not about something. We're not talking about fucking movies and reviewing Marvel and... Or like, you know, anybody like that, you know, talking about shoes. Everyone's doing the shoe channels right now and showing all their bullshit.
Dude, so you can getting. Have you noticed that it's been getting more and more niche?
Yeah, it's all about that niche now. So this is very difficult because this doesn't really have a niche. It's just very broad. We come in here and just kind of bullshit it. So that's why I kind of think coming up with little kind of like bits and like or like what do they call them like throughout the things. Stuff they have the producers come up with and shit like on Bad Friends, but
fuck, not topics, fucking.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
yeah.
But things like that would be fun, like to be like, oh yeah, let's talk about fucking, like I think maybe like talking about your comedy bits would be fun.
Yeah.
Because I'm always gonna ask you about that. Have you like come up with any new bits or anything for the stand-up?
Yeah, I mean, I have a couple. Like I've gone up honestly, and it's been fun because at first I was kind of treating it like the podcast, but I think I was getting myself comfortable on the mic in front of people.
Yeah,
I'm comfortable on the mic in front of cameras and guests or whatever, but in front of people who are like reacting, like in real time is a lot, you know.
And then if it's just silence, it's just like, dude. Most cases, silence is okay, but in that case, you're like, fuck, I don't want silence.
And then also, it's kind of like, like in my head, it's like I've noticed that comedy, I can compare it to a lot of things. Like the set itself is like most of my DJ sets. Like I know what I'm gonna do for the time that I have, and I know where I want to take it. But then, like while I'm doing it, it becomes like rap, where it's like finding the rhythm in the pocket and like delivery. And making sure that like people get it. I'm not just saying words.
Yeah.
And like like I did a joke. This is so dumb. Now like trying to explain your jokes is so fucking weird. But I had a joke about.
That's why it's so funny to like, but like, talk it out though.
Yeah, but like I had a joke and like I was just like I was doing a bit about the Mandela effect. So I was like, everyone knows the easy ones of like the monocle on the Monopoly Man, a top hat or whatever the fuck it is for the Monopoly Man,
Yeah, there's like Curious George's tail not being there and being there, and like there's a bunch of like
the
random
Bearstein
ones.
Bears, how's it spelled?
Or
And then I'm like, but do you guys remember when dog poop used to turn white? You know, and like, dude, like it was hella funny to see the actual like real time reaction of like the Gen Zers or whatever. Like they were like, "What are you talking about?" And then like old people being like, "Oh my god, I haven't even thought about that in so long." But like, dude, I was like, it was just so fucking funny. Like that was like that was the first like real joke that I've written that like actually like got laughs. At first, like the first couple jokes, people like were there, and I think I maybe I ruined my own set by like prefacing like, I'm just working things out, guys, you know.
Yeah.
But
maybe just get up there and do
but
it.
this was the first time where I went up and like did a joke, like like, you know, and I was like, oh, like blah blah blah, and like had a punchline with like, do you guys remember like when dog poop used to turn white? And like, and then from there it was just like, I remember like picking up dog poop, and it looking like burnt coal. And like, you know, and just like things like that.
Were our dogs like unhealthy in the past?
Know.
Like,
I don't know if it was like what we were feeding
bro?
them or what.
We must have been feeding some garbage, bro.
But like, yeah, and like after the fact,
I feel like it might happen now, but like I rarely would see it. Yeah, but that's a fucking interesting thought, and yeah, it would confuse the shit out of the younger people for sure. They're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah,
yeah, that's kind of funny. You gotta have some of that reaction too.
Yeah, no, it was like, I think for me personally, I liked it because I always see myself kind of like in this middle like ground with a lot of things. So like to have a joke that old people understand and like young people were like, did that really happen? Like, you know, like is kind of cool. Yeah. Like where I'm like I should be young enough and dumb enough to be on this side, but I'm on this side, you know.
I mean, you gotta be 27, bro.
Yeah,
you're like
27 Club, dude. Hell yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Sorry, mom.
It's 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds because they're dumb, bro.
Dude, it's a lot, but also, dude, like the smartest people are the dumbest people that I know.
True.
Like for real, like the people who are like have college degrees, have real jobs, may even own their own home type shit, but they're just like so like unaware and socially unaware, and like also just like because they work at these tech jobs where everything is right like handed to them, like they just don't know how to like function. They're just like, oh, well, like where I work, like we don't give you lids, like, right? So they're like, where are the lids? And I'm like, literally right there, like
wait, isn't that kind of how Phil's was too, right? Yeah, we didn't give them lids either, right? Yeah, they had to put it on themselves. But they're right in front of them.
Right in front of you. They'd walk away and they're like, oh, do you guys have any lids? And they're like, right there. Like, yeah.
And there's like, oh, yeah, fucking little laugh. You're like, yeah, dog, like, you didn't see that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How obvious. Sorry, my dog's going wild right now.
Nah, it's good.
Someone must have just got home.
What was it? What were we talking about? Dude, I honestly haven't smoked that much weed in so long.
And that was an infused one too. It had oil and keef and everything on the outside. But it was sativa, so I made sure it was something that would keep us.
No, I mean, no, I just like, I'm like, I know how high I am, and I'm like, God damn it, I haven't been this high in so long. I've just been taking snaps, you know?
Yeah.
But fucking, dude, okay. Speaking of like podcasts and like shit and blah, 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 there's been a couple new podcasts or like fairly new podcasts that like popped up. One, Tosh.
Daniel Tosh show, bro.
He has a podcast.
I didn't want to like it, but instantly I liked it.
I loved it.
It's so good.
It's the show all over again.
Exactly.
It's the show all over again, and it's like, and also like,
God, man.
I also just miss him.
Yeah, I didn't realize how much I missed him until I watched episode 1 and I was like, this guy fucking got it, dude.
And the first
like,
one is what? Is his wife's like OBGYN or whatever?
Yeah, bro, like...
Or whatever the fuck it is.
But no, I didn't realize he was going to do some clips still, too. That was hella funny to me, but no clips.
On the second one.
Or was it the second? Yeah,
that was the second one.
When they started doing clips, yeah.
No. The first one they did clips. The second one they did no clips.
Oh, they didn't even do any clips on the second one? I haven't watched the second one yet.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But no, the first one...
maybe then that was the first one.
I don't know. I don't forget how many he's posted so far, but yeah,
he's only done 2. One was OBGYN, and then the amputee guy who ran in the Olympics.
Oh, the one who went to jail? No way, right? I was gonna say, isn't he still in jail?
No. He murked.
Yeah, I was gonna say he like straight murdered.
Yeah, but also, okay, they talked about that, right? Like, dude, honestly, it was just
Oscar Pistorius,
something like that. Yeah.
His name is,
but it was just hella funny because the guy who he was interviewing, he's this black dude, right? And like he was like, he was like, dude, going to airports and stuff, and they saw the legs like tied up on his bags and stuff, and then they knew that the Olympics or the Paralympics was happening, so they all assumed that it was him because all they knew was an African guy killed his wife, right? Not knowing that it was a white guy who killed his wife.
That's so funny, yeah, dude.
So he was just like walking around.
He's African.
Yeah.
What, South African?
South African, yeah. That shit's funny. But yeah, dude, like it's just hella, like, dude, that, like, also is really short. It's like 35, 40 minutes, you know, so it's hella short, plus it's cut up, like, so you only get like the hot, it's like his show.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I think even on the first one, he talked about like the name, and he was like, we're cutting it real close, you know, like it's not like they can't sue him for his name.
No,
you know?
they can't.
So it was like, yeah. But and then also like Josh Peck has a podcast, right? His has been going on for a while. But he's had like people like Bobby
funny,
Lee.
right? He has like a co-host, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had Bobby Lee on.
Yeah, they've had a couple people. But and then because I watched that once, I got the Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. They have a podcast.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, that's one I have not heard.
Dude.
Of.
And like, dude, the remember Lindsay, right? So she's like out there, like, she was out there just fucking all of them.
I fucking heard, dude. Like, I think I saw a clip of this, but I didn't realize that this was like a new podcast.
Yeah, it's like she's just like out there just airing out all the secrets.
Yeah, I saw a clip of that on like TikTok,
everything but the like probably like the Mellis,
what is it, the dude we were talking about last time?
The essay that probably happened and like all this shit. But like she talks about how like her and Ned would just like post scenes, would just go out, fuck real quick, and then come back and then run lines.
Jeez,
just like shit like that. And it was like, dude, honestly, hey, I've been in acting class. I feel you. You know, like, hey, when you're in the scene, you're hot, you know, you're like, and they're not them, you know.
That shit's funny, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I think they're saying like Megan Fox has like an addiction with like falling in love with her co-stars and shit like that.
I think not most. I'm not like, but like I think a lot of actors do that. I think in the sense of like, because you're so, especially if this is your love interest type shit. Like, one, you have to like put yourself in that, and then also like, I think pretending. This happens a lot in real life. Pretending that you like someone will make you stay longer in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, for them, pretending that they actually do care about this person makes them think that they do, and they, like, you know, like, it's easier to let go and feel than to, like, just feel and know that this is just a thing.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, and I feel like, a lot of these people, too, dude, like, a lot of these actors, I feel like, definitely got some crazy shit going on in their heads.
There's nothing but codependency, bro, and, so weird narcissism, and,
Oh man!
Like
even one of the girls I used to date back in the days, she wanted to be like an actress and model and all that shit like that. And God, she's the biggest narcissist I'd ever met.
Yeah,
Just like full blown crazy person.
yeah.
But I was like, bro, I see like other actors like on in like when interviews and shit like that. I'm like, oh damn, this fool's fucking awkward as shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a full blown crazy person, but he's like a genius behind the camera.
Yeah, that's a problem. It's like most of my friends are crazy up front. Like I know what I'm getting.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then the people who I tend to like have a side eye to or like kind of like whatever are the people who I know are just bullshitting through it, regardless if it's like being the kiss ass or being a bully or doing this or like being the Mr. Rico Suave, you know, just like this is an act, which is fine and it's cool and it's working for you if that's what you want. But at the end of the day, I'm like, that's not who you are, and I know it because if like I've had like one-on-ones with these people, and like I'm also not afraid to be like an asshole, in the sense of like I will ask my questions, like you know. So I'm just like, oh, like I'll be like, dude, like why, like I'm not gonna ask like who hurt you, but I'm like, why do you transfer your hurt like this type shit? Like, why do you treat people like this? Or like, why do you think that? Or like,
you ask someone in the relationship that you're in, or no, just like it just in general,
just like
friends,
like shit, you know, coworkers and shit. We'll just put it like the white girl that we worked with, right? Like I always was like the person who was just like, dude, like you know what you're doing right now, right? Like you feel like you're above us or the people around you in order to get your way. And like if you would have just asked normally, we would have done it in a heartbeat because we love you. Yeah. But because you're acting like this, like no one wants to help you. Yeah. You know? And like that was a real conversation that I'm not afraid to have that like, because I would want someone to tell me like, dude, you're acting like a dickhead, or like, dude, like, when working at Phil's, I think people were like, they sat me down and were like, dude, you're just a lot right now. And it was just like, dude, yeah, I didn't know how to like deal. I was dealing with like this. Yeah. That like, that was before I was going to therapy and like really like thinking about like mental health and blah, 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 and this and that. And like, once I left Cupertino and went to Sunnyvale, like a month after going to Sunnyvale, that's when I started therapy. And that's when I was like, I was really like, I started trying. But it was like a little too late type shit. Like that's why like I got fired at Phil's, you know? Like it was just dude, because I left
fired from so many jobs, bro.
But my thing that pissed me off at Phil's was I left Cupertino because I was supposed to get a certain manager there. But then that manager had like a like she had her reasons why she couldn't take the job anymore, and then so we were left with no manager, and I was just like, dude, I would have stayed with Billy managing 3 rather than having no one over here.
Yeah, dude. Like this store was rough for a second, huh?
Yeah, and like it was just a lot, and then like once we did hire another manager or whatever. We hired externally, and she didn't know anything about like coffee or anything like that. Like she knew about like payroll, insurance, bills, doing paperwork. Yeah. But she didn't understand like, oh, like you don't just order more than you need type shit. Like we need our pars, we need this, we need that, and it changes from season to season.
Yeah, dude. You know what I mean? It's rough. It's not just like a pop the numbers in the fucking computer. Yeah. It's like, no, dude, you got to accommodate for everything, sales and
then also she didn't if you're coming into a group for work, if you're a new manager coming in, certain hours are already given to certain people. If you start changing that, like the store
falls apart, they can't do that. It has to be where okay, we're gonna do the schedule the way it's been going, but I'm gonna start asking people if I can start making slight adjustments here for certain coverage and stuff like that. You can't just come and be like, oh, it's all full reset. This is what we're doing. It's like, what? You're gonna mess up people's lives, bro.
Yeah.
People have kids and appointments and different things they worked around.
But also, it was like, I mean, not to throw him under the bus or anything, but it was like we hired another Renji.
Yeah.
Like another friend. We don't need another friend. We needed like someone to like work the shit. Everyone else is a personality hire. We don't need the manager to be a personality.
No, dude.
Like
that's always the rough is when like the manager starts getting in on all the drama and shit. You're just like, bro, why?
Yeah. It was just also like, dude, what I hated about it was I got fired and a week later Rob George got fired. Rob George fired me. I think as his last ditch effort or like last like kind of hurrah.
Yeah.
And then he got fired a week later.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It was also like, dude, honestly, it felt like I was like being hung. Like it
Bro,
like
who the fuck posted about Rob George the other day? Oh, I know exactly who it is. I don't know if I should fucking talk about. I don't give a fuck. Fuck her. No, but the only reason I say fuck her is because I don't fucking like her stupid ass husband. But Kim, she posted her fucking fuck them, trash.
Yeah.
Fucking she posted like her fucking leaving Phil's, and she posted a picture with Rob George and like.
He's not still there, though.
That's what I thought. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, is this some kind of joke or some bullshit? Yeah. Like,
because
I thought Rob George didn't work for the company anymore.
Yeah, he
like,
started working for like Lemonade or something like that.
Maybe she just stayed homies with them, but I thought that was a weird ass post. But
I don't know, man. Yeah, it was weird. It was like, dude. Yeah, don't get me wrong. If I was my age at Phil's now, I would be completely different. You know, but I was like 20, 21.
Yeah.
You know, and then also like I got like, dude, at one point I was doing the schedule for our store. You know what I mean? Like like even if they didn't say it like verbatim, like it felt like they were training me for assistant manager.
Mm-hmm. They love to do that shit over there, dude.
And
they like to just string people along and be like, oh yeah, then just like make you do the job basically, and then. When it comes time for the position, you do the whole process, and then some random outside hire gets hired over. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, and then they stay for a few months and can't handle it because they lose their fucking mind. Everyone hates them. They're constantly getting bitch sad about the schedule, and then they quit. And then it's like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Now it's me running the store again until you guys find a fucking another replacement for me to train.
Yeah. No, like, that's what happened at Sunnyvale. Like, what are we doing? I started training our fucking manager. Yeah, that's bullshit. And like everything, and also like I was trying to figure out the real parts because we were ordering way too much, like every single time, and I'm like, dude, like what are we doing? Like also like everything was like not in the right place, so they would just count bags thinking that that's what it is, and like whatever the fuck. But like, dude, yeah, it was like it was just so. Like, I hate the way I work sometimes because I put myself over I put the job over myself. Like, the same way that, like, even on a soccer team or like a collaborative group, collective, whatever, the collective is bigger than me.
That's how it is for me for every job, and that's how it is with, like... But I work with nonstop people who don't give a shit, dude.
Right.
Who will call out on the drop of a dime knowing that it's me and them opening in the morning. So now it's just me. You left me alone in the store. So now I get to open the store by myself. And nothing about that felt guilty or bad for you just because I needed a mental health day. My fucking, whatever, fucking animal was sick or whatever bullshit. You guys come up with all your bullshit excuses. That's why I hate being a manager. I have so much to talk about this shit. And, but... I can't stand it, dude. I work with just like selfish people, and like it doesn't matter where you go. You always have the majority of them are just gonna be selfish assholes.
The thing that I hate about like my generation and younger, I think I brought this up with Ashley, right? With she was trying to say like our generation is super selfish, which she's right, but also like during that conversation, I was like, but you guys told us we're special.
Yeah.
Right. And then, but my thing is like some people, I think I'm special. Don't get me wrong, but I also know that there's maybe a glass ceiling, and I understand that. I don't think I can just fucking keep going and then just expect people to just give me everything, right? Like I know I have to work for it, type shit. Yeah. Like I don't. Some people were just like some kids just like expect fucking getting out of college and getting a job that pays them 100K, like, and it was like, nah, dude, like maybe
you're tripping. You gotta work for that shit.
Like, I understand that these jobs are asking for 4 years of experience before you get out of college, but what if while you were in college you were working on the thing that you wanted to do, but at a smaller pace? Like doing it for a restaurant, doing it for a small like startup, doing it for like, you know what I mean? And like, but no, you decided to just like forget all that and think that this one piece of paper is going to give you the world.
Exactly. They want that experience, and then it doesn't mean that it has to be exactly in that job. It's like you still were doing that, but for another job. And yeah, while I was at school, I was still doing it. So you have that experience. You can put that on there.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, what do you mean? I just got to college. I don't have any experience." It's like, well, bro.
The place that I have
I had so many jobs throughout college, bro. Like I never didn't have a job.
Like the thing that I have the most experience in is coffee shops. The place that I was the manager in was a paint company. You know what I mean? So it was just like the place that I have the most experience at hasn't given me the opportunity where like I know what things are. I know where like hours, I know rent, I understand all this, but paint was the place that gave me the opportunity of being like not just but handling six jobs at a time, meaning that there's at any given point 36 different employees, fucking, and not just that, but also like there's like multi $100,000 jobs, you know, during a pandemic. Like, you know, like I had to deal with so much that like a fucking coffee shop would never, I'd never have to deal with that.
Yeah. You know? I know. And now I think back at all the whole Phil's thing, and I'm just like, oh God, everything feels so small now over there. Like, compared to the scale that we do shit at this fucking dispensary, and like how literally if I don't do my job, then there's no product on the floor.
Yeah.
And people are angry, and just I can't just fuck off anymore. There's no fucking off anymore. I hate that shit. Sometimes I just want to fuck off and not do anything.
Yeah.
But it's like, God damn it, I hate this bullshit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy the older you get, you know? Like, the older that you get, this is a weird kind of example, I guess, but Kanye's had this, was like on a talk show. And
recently?
No, not like this was maybe like 2-3 years ago, maybe. Sure. But he was saying that that kids, or like as when we're kids, right? Like the thing that like makes us who we are the no's that are told. Like, no, you're not allowed to stand on that table. Like, you know, even though that made you feel like a superhero or whatever. But like the older that you get, the more no's you get, and the more you're kind of like, you're just weighed down, you know, is what I feel like. Anyway, I think that's where like most of my like sadness comes from, where I'm like, fuck, dude, I am limited, you know, to these things where I'm like, fuck, dude, like if like, I think like where a lot of my anxiety stems from was like, if I really was this special person that I thought, it would have happened already. And like that, but and then like luckily I listened to like people like Bobby Lee and things like that, where they were like, this didn't happen until like yeah, sure, I got these shows, right? And like I was on them, but like I didn't feel like I really like until recently. He's 52, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's the thing that like kind of keeps my spirits up, where I'm like,
especially like in the whole, like, especially because with the comedy thing, you can kind of do that at any age you want and just jump right into it and be like, I'm gonna go start doing fucking open mics and start doing comedy stuff and really push out this comedy thing. It's like, what's his face? There's comedians that like didn't even get successful till they're like in their 40s and 50s. So I'm like, bro, you're still so goddamn young.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, you can't think like that if it wasn't meant to be. I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen people out there that are just, they don't deserve the bullshit they get. That's all I have to say. But.
Yeah. I think that's why, like, personally, like, as of recent, like, I've been, like, throwing myself at different things. Mm-hmm. Like, last year was this podcast, right? Mm-hmm. This year has been comedy for the most part, you know, like, just kind of, like, doing something. But I think next year I want to, like, I want to, like, try and, like, get really good at this and really good at comedy, right? Mm-hmm. My jokes are just not jokes. You know what I mean? Like,
they're concepts.
Yeah, they're concepts.
And you're definitely working it out on stage, but I think that's kind of what you have to do. But also, I think just talking about it with people and just getting actually your friend's point of view on it, like just asking them point of like just a weird question, but that you can turn into a joke later. Just see how if they react out of it a certain way. Like, that'd be kind of interesting to say on stage then. But yeah, I think you just gotta be. It's rough being comedy. Like, to try to sit there and like think about it and then write down a bit and then remember. It's like,
yeah. Sometimes I go up with like notes on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing open mics. It's not like I'm fucking on stage.
Oh no, yeah, that's fine. I mean? Exactly.
So like I'm still going up with my notes and stuff. So like I did the way that I did, like, I have a 4 to 5 minute set, right? Mm-hmm. Which is honestly a really fucking long time. Because if you watch Kill Tony, it's
that's what I was about to say, bro. Right? It's 4 times as long as Kill Tony.
Like, dude, it's
sometimes that minute it seems like forever when they're just bombing, bro.
Dude, it's rough. It really is. Like, that's so fucking long. And like, so like the way that I did, like, am kind of structuring my 5 minutes is I start off with the car bit. Right. And it's like blah, 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 like the type of gas that you get. And then the next one is like cat sitting and how like, or like pet sitting and house sitting and how like weird that is to like try to pretend that you are this person for like a couple days or whatever. You know, you're just like kind of like living your life that way. And then I move into the dog poop thing because of the dog sitting. And then usually the way that I close out is either with like a relationship thing, which I haven't been able to do clean. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how to word it clean. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, you know, when you get bored in a relationship, you know, and like I don't know how to do that cleanly. And like,
it's pretty clean right there.
But like, it's just like
it was like, very, very straightforward though. The way you see it. It's like,
but like that's how I want to word it. It's just like blah blah blah, it's
because the second you even said it, I instantly started thinking about
like where's it gonna go?
Like, and then where's he gonna go with this kind of thing? Yeah, it's that's good. I like that. It's a good start.
So it's either like that, which ends up being like like I the first time I did it was a weird analogy for porn. You know what but I try to do it clean, so I did like movies.
Oh, okay.
So I was just like, you know, when you were like oh, blah blah blah, and then like you know fuck, what did I say? Oh, your taste in women start changing during a certain like when you're watching a certain movie, when you're like, oh, you're dating a blonde, but all of a sudden this brunette is doing justice. You know what I mean?
Very good. Yeah. That's how I found my love for redheads, through movies.
Exactly. So you're just, you know, and you're just like all this stuff. And like I had like the second time I did it, I had a punchline where I'm like, isn't it weird where like, have you noticed that like after you see the title of a movie they start fucking immediately? Like it's like you see the title and then it's immediately like them having sex, and then like it's the movie. Like, dude, like I don't there's countless movies where like that's happened. Where it's just like it's the scary scene in the beginning, or like the drug trade in the beginning, and then next thing you see the title of the movie, and then boom, he's having sex or she's having sex.
Dude, that's wow. That is a lot of movies I can think of.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, dude.
Like, dude, just like Blow. There's so many.
There's so many movies where that's crazy.
And then so I did that, and then, or if not, I'll do like I'll do the airport bit, where just like going to airport bar, depending on what time you go. It depends on the drink that you order. But then you start looking at the people around you, and you notice that all of them have like vodka on the rocks, or like whatever on the rocks, and you're like, whiskey, oh shit, I'm doing this wrong, you know, because you have it's 7 o'clock, but you have a Bloody Mary, exactly, and you're like, oh shit, and you know, and like the first couple times that you go, you're kind of like like it's like your first time at a resort. Mm-hmm. Where you're like, I don't really know. I'm just kind of here, just trying to figure it out, you know. And like that's the bit, but it's been fun. It's been tight because like
that's dope, man.
I think that's why I haven't.
So crazy. That's crazy that you're brave enough to do that shit. Because I still don't think I'm brave enough to do that. But I definitely would want to try one day, but not yet.
Do it at Red Rock. Do it at where I work on Mondays.
Not yet, but maybe.
What do you mean? No. Like that would be even. Ooh, what if we do a bump mics?
Oh shit, that'd be sick actually.
If both of us go up, I think it would be fucking. I think that would actually be perfect, because then both of us can just do like one-liners, tell a story, one-liner.
Yeah.
You know, and like that way, I think that's the way we work is riffing.
Off the beat, riffing.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking cool.
Yeah, I think that would be.
I want to do it, man. I'm just like so fucking.
Dude,
I don't know. It's not even. I guess I do have some sort of stage fright, but I've always been in band since I was like in the 4th grade. So we've been doing these competitions and performances and stuff like that. But I've never been like the center of the stage, like maybe once or twice.
But that's what I'm saying. Let's do.
So it's like scary, bro, to be the only one up there. But if there's 2 people, that kind of that'd be nice.
That'd be tight. Because it's not like a real like stage. You know, you're just up there. And then, like, what we can do, dude, truthfully, like, here in this area, we can do open mics Monday through Thursday, which is crazy.
Is it?
Yeah, because we can do Red Rock on Monday. Tuesday it's Miss or something. It's something in San Jose. Wednesday is
Roosters, right?
Roosters.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then Thursdays is back in San Jose at Improv.
Oh, that's scary.
That one I'm not ready for. Hell no. That one.
But theoretically, we could hit 4 stages.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, even if we get 2-3 minutes average.
Yeah.
Per set.
It's plenty.
You know what I mean? Like, that'd be tight. That'd be.
It scares me, but it's also exciting. It would be so nice to have something to be able to come on and just have that to talk about. Be like, fuck.
I think
getting on stage last night was fucking terrifying.
That's mainly why I do it not only for myself, but I do it because it's like I don't DJ all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't have things to talk about all the time. But like these moments where I'm still like up. I'm trying to put myself out there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's great. Dude, literally, I was thinking about putting my first set up because I have it. Like someone recorded it.
Someone recorded it?
Someone recorded it, and it's like, dude, but it's fucking cringe.
Patreon, dog.
Dude, it's fucking cringe. And like, yeah, it was.
It's your first set ever, though, dog.
The gasoline. It was the gasoline one, and it was just like, yeah.
See, you've already like worked on that a little bit too.
Yeah, so, a little bit. Yeah,
you're already.
I need to. I learned to trim it down, type shit.
Trim down, find different punchlines, find the funny and weird spots that you didn't think were the funny parts, like.
But, real quick, dude. This may not mean much to you, I guess, maybe, but Claude Von Stroke, he's retiring his name, or whatever.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's retiring his name for a year or some bullshit, right? And dude, it just like, it's personally, it sucks to see your favorite label die. And that's what it feels like was happening.
Yeah.
Like it just sucks. He, don't get me wrong, I understand, like, he's put out fucking bass music before and blah 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 and all this shit, and like I get it, you know what I mean? But like also what I dislike is we've talked about how like Carnage became Gordo and all this shit, but he got so much like shit and hate for doing that because they were like, oh, you're just jumping on to like what's hot and all this shit. But the exact same thing is happening with Claude and no one's talking about it. And I'm like, dude, like that's so fucked up. Like these are two.
Is he going under something else then now?
Well, he's always had Barkley Crenshaw.
Oh, okay,
that's his real name first off. But like, yeah, it's just fucking weird. Like, why, like, for people to talk shit about like one person for doing something and then not talk shit about someone else just because they think he may give them an opportunity because they're from the Bay. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so weird, and it's just like, dude, like
keep that same energy, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm like, dude, like, I think personally is the fact that these house heads aren't saying anything because a house head is leaving, like someone who has such a big pull is leaving, so there's such a bigger void. So they're like, well, okay, if he leaves, then I can do this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's
and
true,
then,
actually.
So they're not saying shit, but but it's just funny to see the other side of like bass heads being so welcoming and so like open arm of being like, oh, dude, hell yeah, more bass, more like, you know what I mean? And then when Carnage did it, all the bass heads were like, oh no, he's leaving, or like all the big room people were like, oh, he's leaving us and blah blah blah, and all the house heads were like, why the fuck are you coming here? Fuck you. Yeah,
it just goes to show you, bro.
I'm like, dude, that's not plur at all.
I
like,
know.
You guys are not plur at all. Like, what are we doing here? Like, he's just trying to be an artist. You know what I mean? He's just trying to do his
thing, bro. People evolve. No, I fuck with Gordo. I fuck with him
hard.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like Claude Von Stroke too, but like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Well, I didn't really know that.
This is probably like this is no shots because I feel like a lot of people feel like this, but like Claude's last efforts haven't been amazing. Mm-hmm. They haven't been like, oh my god, it's like. It could also be because the sound is changing and blah 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 and all this other shit, but like also it's just like, yeah, he's allowed to do different shit. Mm-hmm. You know, if you don't allow an artist to change, then what is art?
Yeah, it's all part of it, honestly.
Damn, dude.
Bars.
Dude. On that beautiful note, this has been another episode of the George.Daniel podcast. You guys can find me at George.Daniel __. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out. You guys are watching, but you guys aren't subscribing. Just subscribe. It really helps us out. It bumps us up and everything. But outside of that, Matt...
Matthew.Talbot on Instagram. Hit me up if you want to do any social media shit, podcast stuff.
Hell yeah. And then make sure to go follow Ashley. I think it's at Ashley That's Me.
4 E's or 3 E's?
Something like that. We'll have it in the description. We miss you. We love you. We'll see you next episode. But outside of that, peace, love, peace.